I myself Srikanth. I'm from Hyderabad. I'm part of Elliott Wave analysis group Telegram channel. Hope you might have joined. If you have not joined, I will be sharing the link definitely at the end of the webinar. So today you are spending your valuable time for 1.5 hours, so that I promise you will be learning something, some value addition in this webinar. So by end of this webinar, you will come to know why the stock prices are goes up and down. Is there any reason behind it that you will come to know it? And then how and when momentum comes in a price. If you see any stock, normally sometimes if you see high TC, it will be small candles, and sometimes if you see some other stocks, it will be not getting the audio. Is it? Can somebody please confirm once again? My audio is not coming. Yeah, audible. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. The DJ, please check your connection. And why bigger candles are formed suddenly, so that I will be explaining in this webinar. And you will also come to know myth behind the candlestick patterns. So if somebody asks to check the candlestick pattern in 5 minutes, in it will be morning star, in 10 minutes some other thing, and if it is in 15 minutes it will be tweezer bottoms or something, it will be there, right? So if you see the same price in different time frames, it shows in a different way. If it is in a 5 minutes time frame, it will be bullish engulfing. Some other time frame, it will be piercing pattern, right? So that you will able to understand after this webinar. And many asked me, and yesterday I was messaging in the group, so to have any questions. So many people have asked, sir, how to use the multiple time frame, which time frame to be used, and how to check the different time frames. That's what they have asked. So that is the reason I have incorporated this concept in my webinar today. And then how to select the stock. There are multiple different types of traders and investors are there in our group. Everybody cannot able to go with a 5 minutes time frame or 15 minutes time frame, right? So how to select the stock with respect to the time frame, I'm going to explain. Okay. And then, is there any solution for all the traders and investors in this current situation? Because you will be finding n number of strategies and tricks in the market, in the YouTube analysis, YouTube channel, and maybe if you go to telegrams, n number of strategies are available, but is they really working? So that I will be telling you what will be the solution for that. Okay, because many people get confused if you give the more information, right? So we will have one solution that I'm going to explain. And not only that one, so once you completed the session, so whoever the persons is there till the end, I am going to share the bonus on your Telegram ID. So that will be whatever the insights I come to know from the Elliott Wave, that I'm going to share it. Okay. So once again, I'm explaining. If you have any questions to ask, you can ask me in the end. And if you have any queries to ask me, you can put it in the chat box. And you can also use the Zoom reactions, right? So we'll go into the session. Let me introduce myself. Myself, Srikanth. I'm into stock market from 7 years. I spent more than 10 lakhs of money only to learn the stock market. But I found those are all things. Sometimes working, sometimes not working. So I come to know one beautiful analysis called Elliott Wave analysis that I'm going to explain today. Okay. Before going to understand, so we know that if any stock is there, so how we come to know when the price is going up and down, we'll come to know. But how about the person, if he's aligned or not? How do we know? How do we come to know? Can anybody type in the chat box? How we know when a person is alive? Pulse rate, thank you. Heartbeat, yeah, correct answers. Heartbeat, yeah, movement, okay. If a person is asleep, we cannot able to identify movement, but with the heartbeat, you can able to identify. The same thing, you can able to identify by heartbeat. So how will you check the heartbeat is there? If you go to a doctor, he will take the ECG. Even if you check with a normal, if you put your ear nearby, a patient or a nearby person, so you will come to know whether heart beating does not or not. But if a person or a patient is in ICU, he will be monitoring with the ECG continuously so that how the pulse rate is going on. So does anybody know how this how to read this ECG? Anybody know? Any doctors in this group? Okay. Yeah, I will be telling. So the inset of this chart actually, these are the peaks actually. If there is a small interval constant is different, same. So the person is working like person is behaving normally. But if any abnormality, if any something is going wrong, and if a person is under some coma, something like that, so the intervals between these peaks will not be same. That is irregular pattern. This normally the regular pattern will be there. So what will be the takeaway? So for seeing for a person under knowing whether person is live or not, you will be having the ECG. What about the stock market? Do we have any system? How to check? That's what I told. ECG is a system. And how do we check the movement is there in the market or is it alive or so? Yes, we are having ECG tool that I call it as Elliott chartogram, or you can consider Elliott chart pattern system I am having that I will be explaining at end of this webinar, so that you will be understanding how the stock market works and how to read the wave. Yes, everything you will be able to understand. If ECG graph is telling, we know that a person is dead, right? There is no lines. If stock prices remain same at the same price, if you see at any point of time, will you say that the market is trending? Will you say it? No, right? Yeah. If price is not moving and it is keep on boring us, if you see this chart, okay, this chart is actually ITC chart I have taken from starting from July 2002 almost around 2004, just for example, so that the stock it remains constant every time. Okay, but how to find whether it is a bottom, how to find whether it is top? Is there any secret funda behind knowing the price movement? Yes, there is a funda is there that we can find out the same by Elliott wave analysis. So that I will be explaining from the basics onwards. Srikant, you were telling everything is fine, but what is Elliott wave? Elliott wave क्या होता है? So I will be telling with chalo, we will be going with the Google. We will ask Google what Google is telling. Okay. So I clicked when I come to know Elliott is telling that. So Elliott is being defined by there is a scientist called Ralph Nelson Elliott in 1930s. It is analysis of long-term trends in a price patterns and based on the psychology, right? There are some set of specific rules are there, so that by which you can predict the market, predict the patterns in the stock market. This is what the Google is giving. So we will see whether it is true or not, so that we will able to find out. Okay. So this, whatever the person has told, the scientist in 1930, Ralph Nelson Elliott, this guy is a scientist who has invented this Elliott wave analysis in 1930. From then, in 2022, still people are using because it is really working, right? If you go through moving averages, if you go through some other RSI, if you go through any MACD, these are all newly invented based on the mathematical calculation. But whereas Elliott wave is nothing but based on working on the emotions of the traders and investors. So that I will be going to explain how emotions and psychology connected to the Elliott wave. I will be explaining. And then since he has been developed this knowledge and shared the knowledge and insights to us, I'm really grateful to him, so that with this I'm able to make the money in my investment and trading, right? So we always be grateful to the mentors and teachers who are really teaching to us, who is really giving some knowledge. With that, if you are learning, we should be always grateful. And then, okay, I will be explaining with examples, real-time examples. Remember a pen spring, okay? Why? If you see the Elliott wave analysis, it will be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you would have seen, these are the waves. Basically, we call it as okay. So here it is 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 5. Okay. Many might get confused. So why the stock is not moving from 1 to 5 directly? It should have go directly, right? But it is always retraced sometimes. Okay. Because why is the reason? I will be telling with some example. I take the example of the spring. Okay. If you put the spring with the refill in the pen, so whenever we are writing, it will be in a compressed stage. And when a person press the stick and it will go away, means to normally the spring will not work if it is in a normal condition. When it is get compressed, then only it will get action, so that too it will get repulse, right? The same way. Okay, if I tell with some other examples of the spring, I will be explaining with, if you take the spring in the gun. Okay, so that I will be explaining with a gun example. If you take the this is the actually this is a spring. Okay, so this spring is always in loaded condition. When it get press this bullet, it bullet goes away, and then automatically comes back. So I will be explaining with the one gif actually, so you can understand from it. So you can see this how this spring action is working. Now bullet is loaded, spring is in always action. When the person is triggers, it is the bullet has gone. For that action is performed, right? Now again this whatever the pistol is there, it is going back. Now it is going back and again coming front, right now. It means what I want to say, to have a movement in the market, to have a movement in the piston, or you to have a movement in the pistol, basically this spring works. Okay, it contract and expands. Basically the same formula applicable in the stock market. It, because it derives from the natural law, so that is the reason a stock always go up and down. Many people get confused. Okay, if it is gone up, okay, it will come down, everybody know. But where to enter and where to exit, that will be, that makes the sense, right? So that I will be explaining with there are 21 patterns are there. Out of that we will be learning some 14 patterns, which are major patterns that I am going to explain. And I will be also telling the insight behind those patterns. Okay. And Shrikant, okay, you told something, and I want to learn some with some other example. If I want to tell with some other example, if you see the example of coronavirus virus cases, yeah, these are the thousands of cases per day. Okay, these are all 10,000, 20,000, 30,000 over the period of time. If you see in June 2020, there are almost around 18, there are almost around 18,000 cases per day. I have taken from Google actually. So then it is falling down and again it is going up, again falling down. Means in December 2020, it went up to 35. It has not directly gone from 20 to 30. Again come down, again gone up. Again come down, again gone up. If you observe the price of a vaccine, at here, it will be peak demand. The vaccine price at here, it will be lesser, right? Hope you agree with me or not. Here will be lesser, whereas here will be higher again, because the demand is there and demand is lesser. That is the reason. If you observe this COVID cases with respect to the vaccine price also goes up and down again. Because this whatever any phenomena it is working in the stock market, any phenomena in the nature, it depends basically with respect to the some universal law. Okay, that is been derived from Fibonacci numbers. So that I have been explained in my last webinars. You can go through my channel and you can understand what is the Fibonacci, how Fibonacci ratio forms, the Elliott waves and all that I have explained. So that I don't want to waste your time today. Okay. So this is what I am going to explain. Like for every action, there will be opposite reaction that we come to know from the Newton's first law, right? For every action, there is equal and opposite reaction will be there. The same applicable in the stock market also. Shrikant, since you are maybe giving the training in Elliott Wave, that is the reason you might have attending this webinar. But what about other options which are there? I am having the Zerodha, I am having Angel broking account, I am having n number of broking accounts, so that I can use those indicators, right? Why should I use only Elliott Wave? So that also I will be going to cover. So before that, I just want to ask the question. Can you guess how many indicators are there in the Zerodha? Hope you people are using the Zerodha trading platform, right? How many indicators will be there in the Zerodha? Can any guess? Can anybody guess? हिंदी में ओके सो कभी कभी मैं हिंदी में एक्सप्लेन करता हूँ क्योंकि मेरा हिंदी हैदराबाद हिंदी रहेगा ओके राइट 50 दर्शन is telling 50 Gayatri is telling around 20 any other guess okay so these are all the indicators I'm talking about okay Chandresh is almost correct okay 100 plus so these many indicators are there in the Zerodha okay yeah Hedsha is telling 100 plus yes, you are almost correct. So I have been calculating it was almost around 1 or 2 plus indicators are there on in Zerodha. If this many indicators are there, how it will be beneficial for us? It will be always confused, right? For a trader, he don't know which to be used. If you go through, if you wake up in the morning and if you see Bollinger Band by in one YouTube channel, some other person will be taking with the moving averages. Some other person will be 21 moving average. Some other person will be telling 34 moving average. I see those moving average number is that 21 moving average. You will be losing the money in 21 days. 34 moving average. You will be losing money in 34 days. You will, right? 200 moving average means that much potential is there because if you go through the lagging indicators so it will always confuse us that is the reason many people still go behind these indicators the problem is these are all working only in the offline market when a trainer explains with the chart देखो यहाँ my 13 and 14 moving average use किया 13 and 21 moving average is used that is the reason stock gone up like that he may tell but did you see in the live when you see that in the live 13 and 21 moving average only happen after some time again if price drops again it will get recorrects right that is the reason so I don't believe any moving averages anything which is lagging indicators basically that is the reason they are giving for free okay or else why will be getting something free right so before going for a next pattern subsystem so I want to play one small video 1 minute video for all of you is it okay for you can I get approval to play video for 1 minute yeah thank you Chandresh thank you Gayatri
Continuité d'homme. Temporary bottom, reversal. Point and payant a bull flag. Picking to sleep. Dodge the Korea food. Making think it's the bottom, report the volume. Dump it again. Push sideways. Print 100 million Ether when it goes to sleep, 10 point peak. Load a dip. Sideways until he sleeps, then crash with the exact same Korea fold. Get Vitalik on the line.
I just want to understand what you understand from this video. Can somebody please ping in the chat box? Yeah, exact same thing happened to me. How to overcome that? Okay. What is your takeaway from that video? I have not played only for entertainment purpose. So I want to give some value. Taking call from others. Okay. But that guy is not taking any call from any other. He is doing his own research. Psychology. Yes, psychology is involved. Operator playing with our psychology. True, Gaurav. You know, we always feel that, okay, when I put the stop loss, it hits the stop loss. From then it goes up. How many of you agreed? How many of you agree with my statement? After hitting your stop loss, just go below 1 or 2 points. Again, it goes up. Yeah, Gayatri is telling always. Yes, Omkar, correct, true. Do you know the reason why it is happening? I will tell you one secret behind the data. Normally, we get the data from the NSE and Google Finance. It is free data, right? Whereas in NSE, if you go through NSE site and go for a check for a secondary data, there will be some per year. They are charging almost around 25 lakhs per year for data charges actually. So why they need to spend the 25 lakhs for these big players? Because they could able to understand how many members are there at which price, how where they're buying and where they're booking the profit and where they're keeping the stop loss. Everything come to know by a big player, right? Who are the big players? Like FIIs, then DIAs, and if you take the example of LIC, institutional members, right? They are having the huge amount of money because they need to get to buy the stock. For that reason, they ask you to sell first. So when a mass people, a number of people are selling, then only they could able to come to the bottom, then they can able to buy. How will be selling? By keeping the stop loss. Everybody keeping the stop loss at 21 moving average below, RSI below, RSI 60 के बीच में नीचे, सुपर ट्रेंड के नीचे, PSR के नीचे, right? If you take any example, Bollinger Band के नीचे कहाँ भी if stop loss लगाया, then क्या होगा बाद में? वो stop loss hit करके लेके जाएगा ऊपर. Okay, so there is a system behind it that I am going to explain, that is called Elliott Wave. So hope you understand till now, right? Why Elliott is important, that I am going to explain. Yeah. Can retail buyer, yes, retail person also trade use the data that I will be explaining. No issue. Okay, retail person also can they take the data, but if you are having 25 lakhs for only for getting the data, nobody will able to buy, right? Yeah. Yeah, we'll understand about Elliott Wave basics. If you see the pattern of the stock price pattern, if you take example of Kotak Bank in 1 day time frame, the stock went up and goes down, and again went up and goes down, and again went up and goes down. So the same principle is identified by a scientist called Elliot. So what is reflecting this chart pattern as a impulse wave? Basically, this is called impulse. Means stock is going up and again coming down. It is correcting. Same like I told you the spring, right? Spring I told. So if it is normal, if it wants to go up, it has to retrace. If it wants to go up from here, it has to retrace from the top. So here stock is going up. He call it as wave 1, and again coming down, and again wave 2, and again went up, wave 3. So I have told why the big candles get forms after sometimes, here, whenever the price completed its correction, then you can see the big candles started forming. And again in this one also, he started understanding 1, 2, 3, and again 4, 5. So जब स्टॉक वेव 3 मेजर में मींस वेव 3 का हायर टाइम फ्रेम में वेव 2 में है, it means that it is ready to fly up. That is the reason if you see the candles here, it is very small, and now it is available in the cheaper price, maybe at around 50%, 61% as a discount, right? Normally, if you take any iPhone, if it is a 1 lakh, during the Amazon festival and Big Billion Day, Amazon Indian festival, if you go there, he will be giving the price the same iPhone maybe around 20-30,000 lesser. Why? Because he's giving the cheaper with 20%, 30% discount. The same way, when you are taking Kotak Mahindra Bank, it's around 1840. The same you are getting after maybe around 20 days, you are getting it around 1700. Almost more than 20%, like that, it is getting discount. definitely person will come and buy it. If you see any product which is like by you in Dmart, normally if it is in take example of TV, normal time if it is 20,000, and during the festival Dasara season he keeps the some discount offers, everybody come and jump in it. The same way this is also getting discount. That is the reason many institutional buyers and retailers and FIS, DAs, everybody coming into this place and they will be buying it here, so that it will be going in a momentum, right? And then why it is falling down. So I want to correlate with some example. Suppose you are having 1 lakh rupees amount in your stock, in your trading account. You have taken today at 1700 rupees, and tomorrow you will be exiting at some place, right? You will not be keeping with you always. If you are a trader, or if you're an intraday trader, you have to book profit before 3:30, whether even if it's a profit or loss, right? Everybody has to book profit, right? They have to square up this their chart, this what you call trade. The same way, when a person buys at bottom and sells at top, everybody started selling. Automatically, what happens? Then it has to fall down, right? Again, it is getting it around 25%, 30%, 50% discount. Again, people jump in because they know the value of this Kotak Bank is it is good. That is the reason they jumped in and they gone up. And yesterday, one guy is asking in the Elliott in the Telegram. Shrikant, I don't know. Don't want to learn anything about Elliott waves. If I invested today in 2022, whether will this give money, whether whatever the amount I put, suppose example of 1 lakh rupees, I will be taking at 2030. Will I get profitable or not? He is asking the question. So I told I will be explaining in the webinar. So I am asking the same question to all of you. Whether if I invested in 2022, if take any example of any chart, whether I will be getting profitable in 2030, until unless the company is good, fundamentally is good and is not a bankrupt, whether will I get profitable or not? You can say, you can give your reply in the chat box. It's profitable. Okay. Chandresh is selling profitable. Ganesh is selling profitable. Who else? Especially dividend or okay, aristocrat. Okay. What else? Who else? Only 3 replies I got. No guarantee. Yes, Naga. Chalo. I will be explaining with one example of Wipro. How many of you know Wipro? If you see the Wipro chart, okay, I will be explaining with the real-time chart. No issue. Take any example. I'm just giving example. Suppose a person bought at this price. Okay. Any example. Okay. One minute. A person brought Wipro at 74 rupees on May 1st, 2001, and it price it at around 80 rupees. He's woken up after 5 years. He wants to see how much price of the Wipro right now in the 2005. I'm giving the example only. Okay, it is in the 2004. Still, it is 76 rupees. If he invested this money even in the savings bank, he will be getting 4% of as a interest. But keeping knowing that if I invest money in the stock market, I will be getting some money because Wipro is such a good company. Okay, you maybe think that company always makes money. That is the reason even if they get profitable, I will also get profitable, like that we think. Okay. If somebody, what if the person is invested at this peak? Okay. It was companies performing very well here, almost 430. Again, it's come down. What about right now? Again, it's gone up, again come down. Even if a person is invested at here, 2020 in the 11th month, and again, if you see in the same Wipro chart at current price, it is again 394 rupees. It means if you believe only a price with respect to the time, it may keep on change because it gets corrects. If you see in a higher time frame, over a long term only it will go away. That is the reason that mutual funds and all, they ask you to for investment more than 10 years and 20 years. That is the reason if a person invested in 2003 and right now it will be in 2020, there will be incremental change because it is going in a exponential way. Whereas if a person is invested for maybe 5 years, 6 years, and if it is a repeated cycle, like what you call a repeated cycle, when there is a season comes, then only stock prices goes up. When if you see Bharat Biotech, example of COVID vaccine, right now, which person will take the vaccine for 10,000 rupees case? Where I have seen in organizations in hetero and some different companies, people were buying for even 16K and 32K, right? So whenever the stock is in a cyclic movement, it will always goes up and down, goes up and down until unless it is making continuously profit more than 20% or 30% as a margin profitable, until unless it is a good company which doesn't have any competitors, right? If it's giving really value, then only it will give. So I mean to say that if you put any stock as an investment, and if you're not understanding where it will go down and again where to book the profit and again when to invest and again when to book the profit, that makes you as a smart investor. If you keep on be staying at this place and if you're not booking at this place, suppose, let's give an example. Suppose if you bought it here, and I personally suggest we need to book the profit at here. And again, we need to buy it here and again book it here. But Srikanth, you are telling so super GAN, but how I know this price here after only I have to come out. After here only I have to come out. After here only I have to come out. That's what I am going to explain with the Elliott Wave. If you see the same chart of a pro, this is, I call it as a 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and again 5. And I will change the color of this. Then is consider this total movement as considered as a 1, and again wave 2, and again wave 3, and again wave 4, and again wave 5. Just before I have drawn a chart, right? How it will be wave look like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's what it happens. So when to enter at bottom, when to enter at exit, you will come to know when you see the price with respect to the higher time frame, then you will be entering at a lower time frame at a wave 2 or wave 4, then only you will be profitable so that your risk is lesser and reward is more. But Srikan, it everything is, seems fine, but if I see the chart, it is always not looking like this. It will be something 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, some ABC, some double XYZ, ABCD, something, many things are there, but which to be found, I don't know. How many of you gone through manual linear analysis? How many of you know manual linear analysis in this group? Okay, Chandresh no, Gayatri don't know. Who else? Okay. Yeah. Manual Elliott wave analysis is being defined by Rolf Elliott in 1930. So he has identified the trend with respect to the last data, means the over period of some 10 years, 5 years data. Based on that, when he compared the current price, where is he right now? Whether this price is discounting at 50%, 61%, he is finding from then it is going up. So that I will be explaining. So that I will be explaining with a mind map. Give me 2 minutes of time. So before that, I want to explain 2 points in this chart actually. When the market is going up, whatever the wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is there in this one, this 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. This 1, 3, phi, we call it as motive waves or impulse waves. To go from wave 1 to 3, it has to retrace to 1 to 2 and 3 to 4. These call it as a corrective waves. So these are the two terminologies I am going to explain in the mind map so that you will not get confused when I tell impulse wave. You can consider impulse wave, maybe uptrend, you can call it as 1, 3, 5. And in a downtrend also same 1, 3, 5. Again, this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Even this 1, 3, 5 in a bear market, also we call it as a impulse because it is going impulsive way towards the trend of the stock. Okay. So this is what I got from the in a Google. So if anybody want to take the screenshot, you can take it. That I am going to explain what are the patterns, how to see this one, and it will in the chart patterns. So till now, anybody have any questions to ask? You can unmute so that before going to the mind map, I will explain. Chalo. I will play one more video for all of you so that what is Elliott Wave you will understand. Because I told you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 only for the naam ke vasse, whether it is works or not, God knows. But I will be with a real time example, with real time video. This is the ocean. Water is now it is just came out. It is wave 1. Now again you see the water, it is retracing. It is wave 2. And again water coming to the back, and this is wave 3. Again going back, wave 4. Now we see the wave 5. Boom. Oh my god. No? This is what actually I want to say. So it means water or even the waves in the ocean also forms some patterns 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The same way stock price also follows in a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Do you have any questions so that I will ask you to unmute? Yeah, you can unmute and ask if you have any questions.
हेलो सर.
Yeah.
सर आई एम चंद्रेश.
Hi Chandresh.
सर जैसे कि अभी आपने मुझे वीडियो दिखाया सर, इसमें तो वेव 2 एंड वेव 4 मतलब बहुत जल्दी रिट्रेस करके वापस आ रही है. तो इसमें हम कैसे जानेंगे कि वेव 2 इतना टाइम लेगा देन वापस आएगा, देन वेव 3 इतना बड़ा बनेगा, देन वेव 4 इतना वापस आएगा? मतलब ये तो बहुत जल्दी बन गया वेव 5.
Okay. Okay. So that okay. इसमें my example बोले तो this wave 5 जल्दी बन गया, but it is a bigger wave that I call it as a ending diagonal that I will be explaining in the mind map. So in the time frame correction, so that I will be giving but the one solution at end of this webinar so that you will come to know why the time frame analysis is different with respect to the wave. Okay, that I will explain. Okay, in the mind map, once you completed all the 14 patterns, you will come to know. Any other question?
यस सर, वन मोर क्वेश्चन.
Yeah.
सर मुझे जो WXY है एंड जो ABC है उसमें काफी कंफ्यूज होता है मार्किंग करने में. जब मैं बड़े टाइम फ्रेम पे देखता हूँ तो ऐसा लगता है ये 3 वेव स्ट्रक्चर बन रहा है WXY, लेकिन जब मैं स्विच करता हूँ छोटे टाइम फ्रेम पे तो ऐसा लगता है ये इम्पल्सिव बन रहा है 1 2 3 4 5. तो इसको हम डिफरेंशिएट कैसे करें, कैसे पता करें कि ये WXY या ABC है?
Okay. See, when you see with a higher time frame and with respect to that reference point, if you see in a lower time frame, you can understand how this wave pattern. Suppose I will give with one example. Wave 1 and wave 2 and wave 3. Suppose example. ये जो time frame daily का time frame में it is telling us I am at here right now. It is in a wave 2. But the same price, if you see in a lower time frame, this would have been formed ABC pattern. This would have formed XXY pattern. This would have formed different patterns that I have to identify. I have covered in this section that you will come to know. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Any other question by anybody? What is the ideal starting reference point in a wave? Okay, that I will cover. Bigger time frame means weekly or month or month or day. Okay. Okay. So hope you people are very advanced. That is the reason before I completing the patterns, you are asking all the questions. No issue. So when it is completed, you can ask the same question that I will clarify. Not an issue, because there are many newbies are there. If I tell you what is WXY, if I tell them what is ABC, if I tell them what is 1 2 3 4 5, they don't know. So that I will be explaining with this mind map so that they will understand. So that when I explaining to you, so that they will also catch what you are asking, what I am explaining, or else it is seeing like a some other language movie. People get bored. Okay. Okay. So I will be explaining this whatever the patterns I asked, I told you. So with a mind map. So as I told, there are two types of patterns are there. One is impulsive wave, and then another wave is a correction waves. This is a wave one, wave one, two, three, four, five. These wave called as a impulsive waves, and whereas these called as a correction waves. And impulse, it forms with a five wave pattern. If you see, is a 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Means if you see from the broader perspective, this total together consider as one wave only. Do you agree with me? And here correction comes wave 2, and again it is going up. It means every impulse wave having the five waves inside it. Okay, that's what it is resembling. And then there are two types of impulse waves. One is simple impulse and another one is diagonal impulse. Simple impulse look like this. If it is a bull market, whatever the black line shows 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like this. If it is a bear market, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in a red color, it is shown. It is a simple impulse. It forms 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in it. Somebody has asked when I shown the video, Shrikant, wave 5 is so bigger and faster. May know the reason. That you will be able to identify when you see the same pattern with respect to the diagonal triangle. There are two types of diagonal triangles. One is ending diagonal, another one is a leading diagonal. Okay. So I consider, suppose if this total is wave 1, if it is forming this 1 2 3 4 5 pattern, or if you're seeing the big length of this wave in a wave 1, I call it as a leading diagonal impulse wave. If it is happening in the wave 5, I call it as ending diagonal, right? Ending diagonal, just not I explain. So if you see this one, 1 2 3 4 5 formation is happened, wave 1, is a wave 1, and again 2, 3, 4, and 5, right? In wave 5, whatever we seen in the video, that is a bigger one. It has went up to, right, at higher places. That is the reason if you observe out of 1, 3, and 5, it is gone up to very long distance with making 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 patterns inside. That is the reason if it is happening ending way, that is called ending diagonal. Okay. And if it is happening in the wave 1 with the same pattern, this is a leading diagonal. Okay. Any queries till now regarding this impulse pattern? Any questions you can ask me in text box so that I will clear now before I go to the correction patterns. Okay, no questions. Thank you. Then in corrections, if it is happening with a ABC, means 1 2 3 4 5 होने के बाद ABC से बन गया या continuously ABC से बन गया, that is called a correction. Wave 1 form. In wave 2, it is happening with only 3 waves, or if it is happening with some some waves like this, triangle is forming. Okay, then again going down. So if you see this type of patterns, it comes under corrections. But how many types of corrections are there? There are multiple types of correction patterns are there. You can see right now. Okay, there are two types of corrections in broad way. One is simple correction and combined correction. In simple correction, if it is forming with only ABC correction or a 3 waves correction, that is a simple correction. Okay. If you get confused, you can ping me in a chart so that I can correct it, because we are going deeper into deeper. So wave 1 and 2, if it is going with only ABC connection, this is a correction with the 3 waves. And now I'm going to explain what is zigzag. If you see any pattern which is going directly from A, then B and C, simple, it has come. It is like if you see, it's like a zigzag happens. This is a zigzag pattern. This is a simple zigzag. You can see it has taken only one zigzag. Whatever it is shown in the red color in a wave 2 of black color, that is a single zigzag. And if 2 zigzags are there, we call it as a double zigzag. You can see here. This is one wave, and somebody has asked what is X. Actually, this X is only intermittent wave to connect 2 zigzags. Basically, this is a one ABC wave, this is another one ABC wave. This is connecting by some other wave, right? Retracement wave that is connected by X. That is the reason it is called as a double zigzag, because it is having one zigzag here, another zigzag. That is the reason it is called simple, means double zigzag. And if it happens with a triple, 3 zigzags are there. Blue one, and again correction X wave, and again ABC with a blue one, and again correction with X wave, and again ABC. So there are 3 blue color formations are there which are in zigzag pattern. That is the reason it is called a zigzag pattern. Okay, so when somebody has asked question right now, sir, wave 2 to time ज़्यादा लेता है कभी कभी, but wave 3 ज़्यादा time ले दिया. So he was asking the question of a time correction. If you see, to form 0 to 1, if you take the example, if you take example of around 10 days, whereas to move from 1 to 2, it has taken almost around more than 25 days. I'm just giving the example. And again, from 2 to 3, if it is taken almost around less than 15 days, maybe less than 10 days, you can consider. Because whenever the price construction or correction is not happened fully, it has to make with respect to the zigzag pattern, some other pattern I'm going to explain right now, just since we are into zigzag. It takes some time. When it is completely correct, then only it goes up. Okay, how I know whether it is completely correcting, right? When you see, because you are seeing this pattern with a microscope right now. When I put telescope for the same stock, means if I see this chart in a 15 minutes time frame, if I switch over to maybe 60-minute time frame, maybe if I switch over to 1 day time frame, you might be seeing the chart pattern like this: wave 1, and again 2, and again 3. For this guy, maybe 1 day guy, 1 day time frame guy, for him the 50% or 61% is here. That is the reason he keep on playing like this. ABC pattern completed, again zigzag completed, again ABC completed, again zigzag completed, and again ABC completed. After making 3 zigzag pattern only, he has reached this site. Big Bazaar offer came, Demat offer came, Amazon India Festival offer came, 50% off में है, ले लो भैया. He is telling right now. He is not telling it here. So when the good price comes after some time, then only people jump in, then they will buy here. That is the reason. If you see with respect to the lesser time frame, always individually, you will be get confused whether this correction is completed or not. So in initial when I told the agenda, how to see the time frame, I am going to share one trick for all of you. If you see any chart, any time frame, to check accuracy or to check the accurate value of that pattern, you have to check with the 4 times of waves. Suppose if you're seeing a 15 minutes of any chart, to make it confirm, you have to go 15 into 4 minutes of time frame, that is 60 minutes. Means see 60 minutes time frame, what the 60 minutes time frame guy is telling, then you enter into the 15 minutes time frame to take the entry. Okay, never ever take the entry based on seeing only with respect to the lower time frame, because higher time frame guy is telling I will be correcting from here to here after reaching to this place only, without knowing this pattern, without knowing this higher time frame. If you are seeing ABC completed, then again ABC completed, 2 zigzag हो गया, शिखा ने बोला 2 zigzag complete होने के बाद ऊपर जाएगा, then again if you are thinking it will go away, it will not happen. That is the reason many people will think that after buying again it is coming down and hitting the stop loss. That is the reason it is not only the psychology, it's not only the time frame, it's not only about the chart pattern, it's not about the indicator. When you are having with respect to the telescope mindset to microscopes time mindset, then only you will be winning in the stock market. What is telescopic mindset? You are seeing with respect to the higher, broader nature, what Wipro is telling in a maybe 1 monthly time frame. Okay, if it completed its correction, if it completed its 1 2 3 4 5 pattern, if a person is buying, everybody is telling Wipro is made from almost 100 rupees to 600 rupees. Now it is the best time to invest. So when it is come down, again people will buying here. But actually what I told just now, when it is completed 1 2 3 4 5 pattern, it has to correct, right? It has to correct in the wave 2. Correction with the 3 waves A, B, C. जब लोग यहाँ buy करेगा, उनको समझ में आ जाएगा from 600 it is gone to 700. Oh super, I'm a making money, huge amount of money, and they will started posting in Instagram, Telegrams, everybody, and they're thinking that I am only the winner in the market. But it doesn't matter. He only come to know by his whole soul whether his market is giving the money or not. By the time he not booking the profit, again it will goes down, and again it will end up here. But again he don't know whether it's come to the lesser level or it goes to the which percentage level, he don't know. Then that is the reason you have to take the multiple time from confirmation, then only you go enter into the lesser time frame. Okay, I will ask simple question, why this many time frames are introduced in the stock market? He would have wait, okay, buy Wipro today morning 10 o'clock 600 rupees, buy Kotak Bank morning 10 o'clock 800 rupees. He would have make like this, right? If it is until really making a money in the stock market, why this many time frames are there? You can ask, you can give your answer in chat box, because when you understand, then only you will come to know what people are telling in a different time frame, different candlestick patterns, tweezer tap, engulfing, piercing pattern, doji, morning star, evening star. Will it really works? I'm asking the question, will it really works? वेव कौन सी है वो कैसे पता चलेगा? ओके, आई विल एक्सप्लेन. आइडेंटिफाई नहीं हो पाता है, सही है. It won't work. Sometimes it may work. True. Yes. Okay. Sometimes. Thanks, Chandresh. Okay. Why sometimes? I'm asking why sometimes. Why not every time? Because he has to follow his respective supervisor. There are in organization, there is a manager and supervisor and worker is there. Whatever manager is telling, supervisor has to follow. Whatever supervisor is telling, the worker has to follow. Worker is telling, chalo, now I'm going to go up. Okay. But your supervisor is telling, भैया हम वहां से और एक बार नीचे आना पड़ेगा. If he's telling, then again, even if worker is telling, it will not work. Even if supervisor is telling, if manager is not accepting, again it will go back away. The same way, this price action or maybe candlestick formation will happen when the time and correction completes, then only it forms. Right? So whenever, if you see the correction is completed in a wave 2, if it is completed correction in wave 2 and taken almost around 61%, 70%, whatever maybe the correction has happened, then only you will be seeing the morning star or doji or maybe bullish engulfing or maybe piercing patterns. Then only it will work. Or else, even if you see here also tweezer bottom will be there, here also tweezer bottom will be there, here super trend will be there, SMA crossover will be happening, everything will happen, again come up and comes down. Okay. So somebody asked a question. So how I know that it is from wave 2 to wave 3, upar jayega. So that is what I'm going to introduce ECG at end of this webinar, so that you will come to know how this Elliott chartogram will work and help you identify which time frame, okay, which pattern to be formed. So you might have asked the question, Srikanth, I'm having only one computer. How should I see 1 day time frame? How should I see one hour time frame? How should I see 15 minutes time frame? I don't having that much amount of money. I cannot see in my single screen. How many of you agree with my statement? No trader will not keep until unless you are a big stock market player. You will not be having multiple screens. Even I'm having only one screen right now. How many of you agree? How many of you want to see all the time frame is in one chart, in one screen? How many of you want? Yeah, same one screen. Yeah, many. Even I am also one screen guy. Okay. What if I show the screen with all time frames? It is suppose in a 4 hours time frame, Nifty at bottom, it may be wave 2, right? And in 1 hour time frame, if it is at wave 3, how should I know that I'm going to show with my ECG of whatever the system I'm going to explain? This is what my ECG. I call it as market analyzer. I used advanced data to understand which time frame, which stock. Take example of okay, you tell me any example. I don't want to take my own example. You can ask me in the chat. You tell me which stock you want to select. Hindalco. Okay, Hindalco. What Hindalco is telling? I can see able to see only in 30 minutes wave C. Whatever other time frames, people don't know what is going on. HDFC Life, wave 5, and HDFC in 30 minutes it is wave C, wave 4, and in daily time frame it's wave C. You know, if what I want to tell you, if you see the same stock in different time frames, it is in a different wave. Why? How it is happen? I will explain. Example of I will take example of Exide India, because it's having different patterns in a single screen. So what this guy is telling in daily time frame? So you can see here, right? Exide India in daily time frame, it is showing wave 2. So I would run wave 2 in daily time frame. And in 60-minute time frame is telling I'm at wave 5. Okay. Now I will use another color. Okay, whatever it is I have drawn with the red color, that is the daily time frame. Right now I'm wave 2. Condition satisfied. 1 day time frame, condition satisfied. Then 60-minute time frame, wave 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Second condition 60-minute का time frame का मैं wave 5 में है, मिल गया, पॉइंट मिल गया. Condition satisfied. Third condition, 15 minutes time frame, I am at wave C. I will use another link. A, B, C. Means if I zoom this one, let me draw once again. A, B, C. Again, condition satisfied. I have come from telescopic view to microscopic view. All conditions are satisfied. When I am at here, my 60-minute time frame also is telling Srikanth, you are at bottom, you can go for buy. Srikanth, in 15 minutes time frame also it is telling it buy. Even 1 day time frame also is telling it buy. If I take this entry by keeping this candle as a stop loss, maybe it 1 or 2 rupees, maybe maximum 5 rupees as stop loss, I can able to make minimum 20 points in it. Isn't it great having less risk with a more reward? When you are having this chart with the analyzer, you can able to identify any script in any time frame. By reading this chart frame, you will able to understand why different time frames are making fool of us, which candlesticks need to be used. Then when my conditions are met, then only I will go with applying the whatever the doji. If I get a doji, then only I will go up by keeping the stop loss at bottom of this doji. But if I keep at wave 3, okay, suppose I am drawing the wave blue color pattern again to make sure understand. If I am at entering it here after seeing the doji, after seeing the bullish engulfing pattern, if I want to go up again, yes, it will go up. But after completion of wave 4, again it's come back, go down. Okay, again people will telling that sir, after it taking my entry, then it is hitting the stop loss. जैसा वो retrace हो गया वहां से ऊपर भाग गए सर. क्यों होगा? Because you are not seen from the telescopic view. Either people use the telescope or maybe microscope. Okay, so I have combined both together, this microscope and telescope, in this ECG Elliott chartograph, which could able to tell you where are right now. Okay, let me take one more question. Okay, so somebody is asking, somebody is asking that you are having a number of scripts in this one. How should I know which one is at wave 5, which one is wave 2 in a real time frame? If I'm seeing only one chart, maybe Havells, maybe HDFC, if DLF is giving money, if it is completed its pattern and waiting for lift off, okay, waiting for go up, how I'll know whether, means he's asking like, how should I use this data? Okay, can I get a message? Can I get a call? Can I get any notification? Yes, you will get a notification that is introduced in the system, is called, is what? Alert box, basically. This alert box, which instrument, which time, at what time it has given a message. So since market is at off condition, that is the reason you are not seeing right now. So I have taken one screen during the live market. I'm having the old picture actually that I'm going to explain. So you will be getting the alerts like this with a difference of colors like red and green, right? You will come to know. Example, Canara Bank at 1539. I have taken at 1539. Okay, if you see here 1330, it's completed its pattern and again it's wave 2 in 240 minutes, in 120 minutes. If you see here 30 minutes, 60 minutes, in 120, in 15 minutes, I will be getting a number of messages with respect to the stock. When conditions are met, success will happen. What is success? Having the opportunity and having the skill is success. I consider it as. So when you are having the tool with a notification, then if you know, understanding how to trade with the wave 1, how to trade with the wave 2, how to trade with each and every wave, with having some particular what you call rules and examples and rules of practices, then you can make the money in the stock market, right? So that I'm going with the whatever the pending patterns of zigzag, so that you will come to know what is happening in a bird view eye, right? Zigzag is completed, and flat pattern is nothing but I will give with example. So if it is a regular flat, normally the as per Elliott it is telling that ABC correction happens like this. Okay, A B C correction happens like this. But if you have seen, this wave B has gone top side and again gone up like this. This is A, this is B, sorry. This is A, this is B, and this is C. Means this B का wave A के नीचे चले गया. That is the reason we call it as a irregular pattern, or you call it as a irregular flat basically. Okay, is a regular. And then is a regular and extending. It means it will always be in a time frame more than, if wave 1 के ऊपर से, if you compare with the wave 1, it is more than 3 times or 4 times of time, still it is in the wave 2 only, because it is in a continuous extending time frame. It is making continuously with a small series of candles. It neither go up or not go down. We call it as a rectangle pattern, right? It's always in the box only. That is flat pattern. And then running flat. Running flat is nothing but it is ready to run, and suppose here it has to go down up to here. As per the zigzag, it has to go down below the wave A. C has to close it here, but here C is not closed. It is closed above this A only. It has gone up. That is called, it is a running flat. Okay, so zigzag pattern, three-wave pattern, how many of you understand? If any question, you can ask me, so that I will go to triangle pattern. Fine, no questions, thank you. Then triangle. In triangle patterns, if it is making with a three-wave, normally we call it as a normal correction. If it is happening with the triangles, if you see the structure of correction, it resembles in a triangle way, that we call it as a triangle correction basically. So in triangle, there are 4 categories are there. One is contracting, ascending, descending, and expanding. By seeing the structure only, you will understand. If it is a contracting, it is going in it, that whatever the correction is happening in is A, B, C, D, E. So someone is asking what is XY. See, there is only term called A, B, C, D, E, or A, B, C, and X and A, B, C. Basically, these terminologies will be there. Basically, the X factor is like nothing but the retracement for the earlier pattern. Whereas if it is forming continuously wave inside the triangle, you denote with a ABCDE pattern. Okay, so that is the reason since the pattern is forming in a contracting way, it is contracting triangle. And if it's in a ascending, it is keep on making ascending like step by step. This ascending pattern, ascending triangle, and then descending triangle. So the same structure is showing at bottom side. It is a descending triangle, right? The correction, if you see A, B, C, D is happening at downside. And then expanding triangle look like this. A, B, C, D is happening, but it's expanding in larger way. That is that's why you call it as expanding. Understand? These simple things. Then last, so till now I have told how many? 13 patterns I have told. What are those? Let me show once again. In impulse, simple impulse, in diagonal of the impulse, ending diagonal, leading diagonal, total 3 numbers. And in the zigzag pattern, simple zigzag, double zigzag, triple zigzag. And then in the flat, there is a regular flat, extending flat, and running flat. In triangle, contracting triangle, ascending triangle, descending triangle, and expanding triangle. If anybody want to take the screenshot, you can take it. So I will explain this also. This is a triple correction. How this happens? If you see this one, in a wave 2 or maybe wave 4, if you see any correction is happening with more than two correction patterns. Like now, if you see here, one zigzag happened, one flat happened, again zigzag happened. If n number of corrections happen, more than two or more than three, then you can call it as multiple correction or multiple diagonal patterns, basically. Okay, this is a combined correction, we call it as. So many people are asking, so like what I will get at the end of the webinar, right? So you will be getting this mind map with a PDF, so that you will come to know how to use this one and how to use effectively for understanding different waves. Then we will go with some next thing. I will be sharing once this webinar is completed. So as I explained, this is my ECG, basically Elliott chartogram. I call it as Elliott Wave tool. We call it as. In this one, there are three setups are there. Three systems are there. This is a chart. This is alert box, and this one is market analyzer. Okay, let me take it down. Let me give you example of Dabur. Okay, you might have having the question, Shrikant, 14 patterns, how do I remember? Itna remember kaisa karna hai? So when we are giving the teaching, we don't give any kind of this pattern, because these are all the patterns or formulas which is being derived by R.N. Ralph Elliott actually. So he has introduced this many patterns so to understand the concepts of Elliott and stock market. But how many of you agree, will it really works during the market right now in condition? It works, but it needs patience, because you have to go to higher time frame and you have to understand what is happening in the lesser time frame. Again, going to the lesser time frame, then only you will be understanding. In example of Dabur, 30 minutes is wave C and some other time frame is some other wave. So then you will understand only after spending minimum 20-30 minutes of time. By the time, will the price will be staying for you till that place? Because you should be very faster like Dhoni, right? So he will make the cricketer or batsman in seconds the whatever the stump out, right? The same way, if you are keeping doing the analysis for the finding this many structure in the stock market, in the live market, the price always goes from wave 2 to wave 3, wave 3 to wave 4. By the time you're doing the analysis, this would have gone, time has completed, right? The same thing like that, you can also find this many things with only simple analysis pattern. We never ever taught this many techniques to people because it will confuses. We have introduced the basic system by using these 3-line patterns. If you see in my chart, there are 3 colors. One is black color, another one is a blue color, another is a red color. By using these 3 lines, you can able to identify whatever the 14 patterns is there. You can able to identify by understanding what are the waves and what are the impulse and correction waves, able to understand with just 3 waves. Okay, but everybody know, if given 1.5 hour time, I cannot explain fully, but when you practice with this tool, with whatever the training will be given by our trainers, so that you can able to identify at each wave. You may ask the question, Shrikant, what is the guarantee if I get will be profitable in this tool? Just go to Elliott Wave Analysis Telegram channel. You might be seeing all the admins, whatever they're giving the educational content of whatever the chart patterns. You can go to the any time, any date. You can go 6 months before and even recently. You will be come to know what are the price that admin has suggested, what are the price I have suggested with respect to the time. From there, you will see whether whatever the entry is there, whether it's a bottom entry and whenever we exiting, it's a top or not. By this, you will understand whether I am telling nonsense or whether it is telling true. You will only come to know from here, right? So this is what the system looks like, ECG, Elliott chart pattern. So I will be explaining with a basic thing how this helps actually. So here it is showing left side, I call it as a automatic analysis, and right side, I call it as a manual Elliott Wave analysis, it gives different signals. Now it is showing TS2, TS1, TS3, different signals it is showing. So I will be giving with one example. Now it is made TS4 analysis. What I'm doing, just I'm putting my cursor on this candle. I am giving the right click. I am checking analysis. So it has been telling that short 101 trades at 563 rupees, and by keeping the stop loss at 568, book your first profit at here, right? I am giving the example because this system is derived from the tool whatever we have been procured, right? But how to use this tool it correctly so that it will always go to the way this profit and always go to the this way, maybe end point always will go back. You will come to know after analyzing the basic patterns whatever we educate in the basic system, basic training pattern. With this you will come to know which entry to be taken, which entry to be cancelled, which to be avoided. You will come to know, right? Let me make bigger screen. So you can see here, I am keeping the cursor hit here in this candle. I am keeping analysis. Yeah, it is telling long 141 shares at 579, and first profit book at 583, second profit book at 589, and stop loss this one. But how this system is helping us to enter at this place? Because that's what I told you, right? There are multiple datas are available in the NSE. With that, by using this data, it will check past performance this chart, and it will tell you where are you right now. If I compare with a daily time frame, I am at wave 2. If I compare with a 60-minute time frame, I am at wave C. It will tell you. Then it will analyze and will give you with an alert in this box, so that when you click it, it will come to know what are your entry, exit, and stop loss and target levels. Simple thing. Just before I explain how to use this tool in effective way, this is a wave 1, whatever you see in a black color line, and wave 2, and again it is going in a wave 3. So in wave 2, it is made sub pattern ABC pattern. So it means it's completed its correction in higher time frame. It's completed its correction in a lower time frame. How I know in higher time frame? The black color, it is indicating higher time frame. Blue color showing as a current time frame. It is telling it, yes, Srikanth, I completed my correction. If you buy it here by keeping this whatever the candle bottom, this is my stop loss, this is my entry, and then again gone up. Isn't it great? By keeping 1 rupee stop loss, by booking 2.7 points as a risk reward is 1:2.7, isn't it great? Because it is just having basic system where you can able to get accuracy. I can tell maximum accuracy with this, with the basic training pattern whatever we teach, it is almost around 50%. Okay, whereas the next system is there, that is a advanced pattern, where you can able to book the profit with a minimum 1:5 risk reward ratio at bottom entry, and you can exit it exactly top of the stock. I'm not mesmerizing. You can able to book the profit at even more higher levels, but many people have told you nobody person can detect the bottom and top of the stock market. Yes, even I am also may not be able to find out, but if I able to find out, I will be entering with a smaller risk. If I win, I will win big. If I lose, I will lose with a smaller money. Because when you invest money for a business, when you invest for anything, like take example of hotel business, you need to run the hotel. Always there will be, irrespective of the customers, it has having some tangible whatever the expenditures will be there, like electricity bill, water bill, and salaries for the workers, right? Raw material costs. These are all the running capital, basically opex cost we call it as, for running any business. The same way, being in the stock market, you should give some money to the stop loss, then only you can able to make the money. Without hitting the stop loss, nobody will get more than 100% accuracy. No trader is there, no trainer is there. If he's making something telling if he will getting more than 100% means he will get 100% accuracy. No, even I will not believe. Every will get hit the stop loss, but the stop loss should be very smaller and risk reward should be higher. They only will win the market. So I can tell in the advanced system, you will be getting more than 70% accuracy with a minimum risk reward of 1:5. And then we are having some other course, the next advanced course, we call it as a pro. And with this pro course, you will able to find out which option to buy at which strike price and when to entry and when to exit. Okay. So that, so many times I have been messaged in the our Telegram channel also. If anybody wants to join, you can ping me. You can ping me in the Telegram so that I will share my details. These are all my contact details. You can reach out any admin. So for doing the job, you have come from almost like KG to PG, kindergarten to post graduation. For the same way to become earner in the stock market, you also gone through some situations, gone through some courses. That is the reason we are introducing these 3 courses. One is basic. This is a basic course. It consists of 5 classes. I can say 50% will be the accuracy, not more than that, because it is checking with respect to the past data only, right? So we never ever believe whatever the system gives. That's what matter. That's what the experience comes into the picture. We kept all our learnings into advanced patterns so that which pattern to be recognized and when to enter, when to exit with minimum 70% accuracy. You will be entering at bottom of the stock and exit at top, and you can also sell the stock, which means if you are a short trader. Then you in pro course, we will be adding the options which strike price to be selected, because many people think that if I'm option buyer, I will be losing the money. But even if you option buyer, when to enter and when to exit, basically what strike price is telling which strike price I need to enter at this place, what price, when to exit at this price. Okay. And again, if I want to enter at this place, which strike price to be selected and which price I have to exit it here, because your spot price and option price may not be constant, maybe may not be same, because it depends on alpha, beta, gamma and delta, and all the time all the different conditions are there. So you no need to learn all those things. We have simplified every pattern, every Elliott chart and every option, so that even if a person sitting from the office, he can able to see the screen and he can able to operate and he can make the money. Right, that's what the magic. You know, need big many computers always sitting in front of the system, because we have made customized in a such a way all the systems which will be captured in your trading what you call a notification, so that you will, by using the notification, you just remotely connect your system, then you will able to see which pattern formed and when to enter and when to exit. With that, with the 1 rupee stop loss, you will make minimum 5 rupees as a reward. So what are the benefits? So this tool basically, it is not chargeable basically, because it costing more than 1,60,000. Nobody will earn. But so we are giving this tool for free, because I get it from my friend. So I will give it for free over the person joins under us training. Then we will be having the one-to-one session. Many people go behind recorded session, but recorded sessions will not work, because he might be explaining maybe 2020 chart, 2021 chart, whether if you see with the same example, whether it will work or not, only he makes the business from you. That's what. But I believe until unless a one-to-one session, if I seeing the current chart right now, 25/9/2022, 15 minutes time frame Dabar, if I see what is happening right now, tomorrow morning, whether whatever the trainer has told, whether it is happening or not, come to know tomorrow morning only, right? Did he made a block or not? That's what many people, more than till now in our community, more than 500 people, who are the people who have been joined, and who are the persons who into pro, more than 350 people are there. They are making benefit of this tool and they are making money, right? And then Shrikant, you were telling 70% accuracy आएगा, 85% accuracy आएगा, but आपको कैसा पता रहेगा मेरा accuracy 70% आया? For that reason, we will be giving you a feedback form for each and every training. After each and every training completed, he will fill the form. This is what my learning, my accuracy is this much. Based on that, then we will be giving the training. Suppose if a trainer asks the trainee that you make the analysis for maybe 10 charts. if he able to make minimum at least 7 charts in a direction, whatever he suggested, whatever he predicted, then I can consider that as a 70% accuracy. If it 8 out of 10, it considers 80% accuracy. If a person is not even getting more than 50%, then the trainer will understand where he's not understanding, where is making the mistake. Based on that, he will take the another feedback session, means whatever the personal class, he will make sure he understand properly, and he would able to recognize the chart patterns very well, so that whenever he gets minimum 70%, when the train is accepted, then only we go for a next class. Like this, we take the feedback and improvement based, we give the training, so that when he completes the 5 patterns, he could get minimum 70% accuracy. This is what our challenge and guarantee. Many people have been doing it, and I'm also grateful to my mentor, who are the persons who are trained under us. We are all grateful to our trainers. And once your training is completed, we will be adding in a part of Elliott Premium channel, where you will be getting the regular updates. What are the new webinars are there? What are the financial pattern systems are there? Like many, whatever the new systems we are introducing, that you will be access it for next time, so that you will on first basis. And we will also conduct the financial planning sessions for free, so that my trainer, or maybe for stock market expert, who is a mutual fund managers, who is connected with us, so that he will be taking one-to-one session with you. Where are you right now? How much is the corpus required when you want to retire? How much you have to save? How to consider your inflation, right? Everything he consider, and he will tell you, suggest, right? It doesn't need, so you need to buy maybe match mutual fund, you need to go with any stock market. It depends on you. It's based on your system. He will design system for you, so that you can understand how much I have to invest, and whether this system work for any segment, because that's what I want to make sure, because many people have asked the question yesterday. Elliott works in every market, whether it's a respective of forex, mcx, equity indices. It will work in every system. That's what I want to say today. So hope I have given value addition to all of you for whatever the time you spent till now. So if you ask any question, you can ask me now, or you can ask me in a telegram by pinging into @waveeasy, so that I try to cover it, and I try to give the solution for whatever the queries you have. You can give the feedback, and if any improvement purpose, because from last 6 months I was not active into the training system, because Uttam and Satya sir and some other admins are taking. So I told, chalo, it's my turn right now. I will also take the sessions from now onwards, like that I told. So thanks for giving up opportunity to my all admins who has introduced me. So if you have any questions, you can ask me right now. Yeah, I will give some of the books actually, but with your request, you no need to go behind the books. I will share the book. Most of the persons do not know exactly where to exit. Because of this, their profit and trades are running back to profit, back to loss. That's what Satyanarayana. So it's like many people don't know where to exit, because they don't know what is wave 3, they don't know what is wave C. That is the reason they will come back again. They will enter into same position. That is the reason they miss the patterns. They miss the profits they already got it. सर Elliott Wave काम करना बंद तो नहीं कर देगी इन फ्यूचर, क्योंकि सबको पता है Elliott Wave काम करती है मार्केट में. सही चंद्रेश. दैट इज द रीजन यू माई नॉट फाइंड मार्केट में आपको ज्यादा जो Elliott सिखाने वाला ट्रेनर्स है ही नहीं. वो लोग आपको मूविंग एवरेज के बारे में बोलेगा, RSI के बारे में बोलेगा, राइट? क्योंकि you need to see this market in a broader perspective, then only will understand what is Elliott Wave. So there are very few number of trainers. You can count in 100, not more than 100 trainers are there in India. That is the reason you have to mix all together. Even it covers with the Fibonacci, it covers with the retracement, it covers with the universal loss. Then that is the reason from last 90 years, Elliott is working in effective way, because your risk is lesser, reward is more. Time frame also covered in this one. Yeah. Okay, sorry, RP, I just read your message. Can you zoom in, please? No issue. I will be sharing that whatever that mind map is there in our group. Okay. Any other questions you want to ask? Okay, I will unmute you. If you have any questions, you can ask me. Officially, this session is completed. So this is what I guaranteed.
Sir, does it work with also
Yeah,
options
give me
study?
1 minute. Who is this?
I'm Omkar.
Omkar, give me 1 minute. So let me summarize whatever the learnings are there. Why the stock price goes up and down? So I told you why it is going up. So because it follows the spring pattern, whatever I explained earlier. Whenever the stock goes up, it has to retrace, then only it goes up. Like how we have seen example of pistol, right? The gun. That's what always the stock goes up and down, then only the movement will happen. Then how and when the momentum comes in the price, because once impulse is started, means a wave 2 ka wave 4 ka correction ho gaya na, jab you started seeing the bigger candles. I will give you an example. Okay. You can see now, once this pattern completed, and when its correction is completed, is going up again. And then you can see here, you can take a number of examples. ABC pattern B completed, again C में जाते टाइम पे impulse होने टाइम पे it has given a big candles, and again a correction flat completed, again it's going up. You can take example of any chart. You can see here. Pattern completed. If you see in a telescopic way, this A, B, C, और C में ABC बन गया. B होने के बाद, once this B comes into picture, again people know when to short. 50% discount में मिल रहा है. The person is directly selling from here. And again ABC complete होने के बाद, again people come into this place, and again they are waiting for a wave 1 to complete. Again wave 2 होने के बाद, again when the pattern completed, then it will go up, right? What else I committed? Yeah, myth beyond the candlestick pattern. So you have to see behind as a microscopic and telescopic way with respect to the higher time frame. If you are analyzing for 15 minutes, you have to cross check with a 20 means what you call 60 minutes of time frame. Then only will understand whether the candlestick pattern of whatever the doji Morningstar will work or not. With respect to the time frame, you can able to correlate. When the correction complete, then only this candlestick pattern will work. And secret of multiple time frame, that's what I told. You have to coordinate with like supervisor, worker and manager. So all the time frame work for a next higher time frame. 15-minute work for 30 minutes guy, 30-minute work for 60 minutes guy, 60-minute work for 1 day time frame. This is how correlation will happen. When you correlate all those higher time frame, then only you will able to find out whether, just that's what I told you example, right? Excel India something, right? In the daily time frame, it's wave 2, and some other time frame it's a wave 60-minute time frame, it's a wave 5, some other time frame it's a wave C. This what? So that's what the secret of multiple time frame. When you find, you will come to know exact bottom of the stock. And how to select the stock? Simple. If you select the wave 2 or wave 4, then it will go up. I mean to say, wave 1, wave 2 completed, and it's ready to go up. And again, the stock comes to the wave 4, again goes up. Because when you enter it here, because your stop loss is this much, and when you see completion, this pattern is completed, and again wave 1 2 ho jayega na, keep it this as a stop loss again. So this is what you have to enter. You have to entry and exit, enter, exit, enter and exit. This is how you have to select the stock. So for me, Reliance is not a favorite stock. Maybe Hindalco is not a favorite stock. Whatever it comes into the wave 2, that is my favorite stock for the day. Whatever is in the wave 4, that is my favorite stock for the day. Whether being an investor, being a trader, which gives money with a lesser risk and with a more reward, that gives money for me. And solution, that's what I have given. ECG solution, Elliott chartogram. That's what I explained. With this, you will able to find where are we right now. You can able to find it each and everything. Yeah, somebody Omkar something, I think he's asking the question. Yeah, you can unmute and ask. Yeah, Vishal.
Sir, does it work for option trading also?
Yeah, it works for option trading. That's what I explained in the pro. Which option you need to enter, which option you need to exit by seeing with respect to the equity chart. What I mean to say. Okay, tell me what your favorite script, Omkar. What is your
You can
favorite
take
script?
HDFC,
HDFC Bank or HDFC?
HDFC Bank.
You can see my screen, right?
Yes.
Yeah. See, now this is a consider this as a ABC pattern, maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pattern. Let me draw 1 minute. A B C pattern. C में ABC बन गया. And again A B C. When you know, sorry, when you know it hit here, basically HDFC Bank at this date and at this time at this price, basically. So in lesser time frame and higher time frame, it's completed its correction. By seeing this chart, which strike price I need to enter, you will also come to know, and you can exit it here, and again you can enter it here, and you can exit it here. Or if you are a investor, or if you are a, maybe you are taking it month starting, and if you want to end book the profit at month ending during expiry time, you can also book it in this place. This will work, means I mean to say, you can able to enter and exit at each and every level, whatever it is showing it, whatever the red lines and blue lines. Now, with respect to the options, you can enter and exit. That's what we cover in the pro program. So that is the reason we guaranteed you will get minimum 85% accuracy. Whatever the trainers are taught, definitely help you with a minimum 1:5 risk reward ratios. Hope I answered your question. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Any other question? Vishal, you raised the hand. You can ask me question now.
Yeah, good afternoon, Srikant.
Good afternoon. How are you?
I wanted to ask regarding, I'm fine. What about you?
Good. Enjoying.
Yeah, exactly. So actually, currently I'm following your daily prediction regarding Nifty Bank Nifty, no?
Great. Okay.
Which is you are posting on YouTube.
Yeah.
So most of the days, what is happening, no? Next day gap up or gap down is happening.
Okay.
So in that case, how we can correlate whether pullback is done or not, or whatever prediction have been given. Sometimes price opens at that price only. So how to consider this, and if it is possible to you, you can just update the status of that. Whatever predictions you are giving, that pullback is happen or reversal setup is done. So that would be helpful to us to take a trade also. Now, what is happening? We are trying to understand your video, but on next day, price action happens in some different way. Actually, it is happening as per Elliott Wave, but we are not able to understand in live market.
Okay. So I will ask you first. I will give one solution for your first question. Why this gap up happens? Now you tell me, if a wave one completed and it's wave two completed. Now, whenever you see the market morning, this has gone gap up. Everybody thinking that a gap up हो गया और नीचे आएगा बोल के देखे देखेंगे. But why it is gap up in the morning? Somebody can please mute here. Okay. So why it is happening gap up? Because it knows it has completed its structure in a broader time frame. Wave 2 हो गया and wave 3 बन रहा है higher time frame का, और lower time frame का wave 1 completed and wave 2 completed. When all the conditions are met, by keeping this my stop loss, that is the reason this will go in a bank, what you call gap up. Now again you see here, everybody know इसके ऊपर भागे तो ऊपर जाएगा, then again next day again gap up, again it is completed structure, again it's completed its pattern wave 4, again gap up, right? चलो अभी gap up बोला, gap down, wave 1, wave 2, it's completed its correction. By the time price falls below this region, if it is a real time, it goes very bigger candle, and people already know it completed its wave 5 patterns, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and again it's completed its correction, and again it's made whatever the correction is started happening, ABC, ABC, and it's completed. And when it started with from wave 2, it has to fall down. That is the reason it is falling continuously. And when it is taking impulse again, wave 1, wave 2, and again by the time we are making the video at end of the day analysis, so by seeing this candle, I come to know, okay, a wave 2 ho gaya. By the time I will be getting the price at this price, whatever the admin is telling, ये यहाँ देने का chance ही नहीं है. That is the reason it's going up. But you have asked the second question, how I get analysis, whatever the tips means, whatever the you ask something, right? So how I get benefited. That is the reason everybody may not be able to sit in front of the system. We have introduced YouTube premium, what you call groups basically. In that one, there are 3 levels are there: silver and gold and premium, right? So for that, we are giving immediate updates to the people so that they will be get benefited when to enter and when to exit. So that we have to be the value whoever the person is giving value to our time also, right? The same thing, whoever is paying maybe just for 500 rupees for a month, so that we are that those people are making money in 1 or 2 days, and remaining there, even I can show the screenshots. People have made, they recover their money in 1 day, in one trade only. They are enjoying other 25 days benefit. Okay, any other question? So this is what happens. So when you know in front of the system, you come to know if it is bottom, it has to go up, obviously.
Thanks, Srikanth.
Any other question?
Hello.
Yeah, somebody has asked Bank Nifty chart. This is the Bank
Hello.
Nifty chart.
I am Sushil.
Hi Sushil.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
मैं ये जानना चाहता हूँ कि जैसे at any point of time, how could I know the stock is in which wave? Though I am novice to it, the Elliott Wave.
Okay.
Suppose I am holding, I have bought a Action Construction at 228 3 months back.
Which
And
start?
it goes up to 320, but I have not sold.
Which stock you told?
Pardon?
What stock you told? Can you name again?
Action Construction, ACE. Its code, script code is ACE, listed on NSE.
AC?
E for England.
Okay.
Is it
ACE.
Action Construction? Yeah. I am asking at any point of time, how could I know that it is in which wave? So I can enter or exit.
Okay. Give me a moment. Are you investor or are you a trader?
No, I am investor.
Good. So can you see my screen which tells you market analyzer? Give me a moment. Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
So basically, we customize this market analyzer based on the mindset of the person. If you are a trader, and I will give this analyzer with respect to your mindset. If you want a 50 minutes time frame, 30 minutes, 60 minutes time frame, based on that I can customize, I can give it to you. And if you're having some scripts like ACE, something you told, some other favorite stocks are there, I can give you access to enter into here, and you can able to monitor weekly basis, daily basis, hourly basis, so that for your respective stocks, you can able to identify in which time, at which place, so that by seeing this analyzer, you can easily find out stock is at which price, so that whether I need to buy or exit.
So how could I get this analyzer?
Yeah, we give for our trainees for free. They will install in your system. This is hard coded in your system or PC, and we provide some customization based on your psychology. Then you can able to use this chart analyzer.
So I would contact later on with you.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. You have taken my details. So this is my contact details. You can take the screenshot and you can call me and you can ping me in WhatsApp or DM, or you can mail us in this one, so that we'll
Okay,
definitely
sir.
contact. No issue.
But kindly explain, sir, right now what is the condition of action construction?
Yeah, that's so okay, no problem. So right now I have not added this script in my analyzer. That is the reason. So I cannot able to see right now in this chart. But if you see this chart in this one,
Yeah.
so I am coming from a weekly time frame, right?
Okay. Okay.
What is it bottom? This is the bottom, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I will calculate from here. A,
A,
B, C.
E.
Again, it is not cutting down here. That is the reason I consider this my A as a 1, 2,
Okay.
3, and 4.
Four.
And again, it's made a pattern wave 5. Means my wave 5 is completed in a weekly time frame and it is coming down again. Okay. Now I have seen telescopic wise, my impulse is completed, but I don't know one daily time frame I want to see. Now I will switch to microscope.
Okay.
One, two,
B,
3, and 4.
4.
Let it complete its correction and again 5.
Okay.
Right? But
Yeah.
whenever this complete its correction again, means impulse is completed, what can be expected once after 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, what I told? A, B,
B,
C will happen.
Yeah.
Right?
So
For
this
me,
is the
for me to understand, I have come from weekly to daily, then I will switch over to hourly time frame right now. Okay. Let
Okay.
me make sure understand right now. Okay. Thanks, at least you asked good question so that so I can give valuation. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 completed.
5.
A, B, C होगा, means hourly time frame में थोड़ा नीचे जाके daily time frame में what I told in daily time frame, let me see. Okay, in daily time frame, it let it complete its correction. In weekly time frame, it is let it retraces. Means पहला स्टॉक नीचे जाके ऊपर जाने के बाद आगे नीचे आएगा इन हायर टाइम फ्रेम, मे बी वीकली टाइम फ्रेम. बट ये पूरा मैं करने के लिए मिनिमम 4-5 मिनट लगा because of having 7 years of experience. But if I give you system in this analyzer, if I give you access to add whatever the scripts in this system, you can able to identify daily में क्या हो रहा है, weekly में क्या हो रहा है और hourly में क्या हो रहा है. And my trainer will explain you by using the symbols and by using these colors when to enter and when to exit, so that with a less risk के साथ आपने ज्यादा रिवार्ड कमा सकते हो मार्केट से. That I can do customization based on your requirement. I can do get it done for you. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Can you explain with respect to the current bank Nifty chart for better understanding, as we know market is falling down currently? Yeah, Gayatri, which type of trader you are? You can message. Which type trader you are? Intraday. Okay. What is selling? 1, sorry. 1, 2, 3. When I see this complete its wave 3, then it reverses, then wave 4, then again come down in 60 minutes of time frame. You got it? Now when I see this wave 3 is completed, how I know wave 3 is completed? Now I have a simple funda. Just I'm clicking right click. Wave 3 is completed. I am waiting for a reversal pattern with respect to the multiple time frame confirmation. Then I will enter it here by keeping the stock by keeping this candle as a stop loss. Then my target is wave 4. How I know which what is the price of wave 4? Now I am drawing wave 4. This is my target. This is my entry. By keeping the stop loss, I will be taking reward up to here. I am okay to lose maybe 50 points for a profit of more than 200 points. This is how, if I'm an intraday trader. If I'm a swing trader, my concept will be different. Those and all I explained by my admins in YouTube channel, or the person is watching our YouTube channel, they come to know how we are doing analysis, live analysis, and how people are making the money. Hope I answered the question, Gayatri. Thank you. Okay. Any other question? Yes, Tushar.
All these things are depend upon Fibonacci or what? It means when you're talking about a retracement and that when you talk about that ABC pattern, so it is comes again a retracement or what?
Yeah, basically this Elliott is derived from Fibonacci only, because how I know whether it is a wave 2? Because let me draw. Okay. It has taken up to more than 76% correction. That is the reason it has fallen down. So if you ask me, Elliott is derived from the Fibonacci ratios. Even if anything, if you see even a COVID cases, even if it's a spring case, whatever you see, it has to retrace for something, then only it goes up. Whether it is retraced up to 76% or 50% or 61%, that makes the matter which Fibonacci works. But Elliott, what it does, which price correction I need to enter, and when you combine with the Fibonacci with respect to these waves, whatever the red color, green color, blue color lines are being formed, when if you see 3 corrections are happened by this time 61% completed, then you will understand, okay, my Elliott is supporting, Fibonacci is supporting, then I will enter for a short, right? These are all Fibonacci ratios. But when you combine with the Elliott, with the pattern or structures, whatever I told, 14 patterns, if it is a manual, it gives the accuracy. Tushar?
Yeah, clear. Yeah, clear.
Thanks, sir.
Hello,
I told, yeah. Yes, sir.
This is Venkat here.
Hi, Venkat.
Yeah, I would like to know what software you are using here, where you are doing all your wave 3, wave 4 and all, right? So
This is Ninja Trader, basically.
okay, got it. Yeah, thank you.
It requires advanced data. Basically, I buy the data every month basis. So normally the data charges is around 800 rupees for 200 stocks, so that I get a next level data, so that it will tell you what is happening in each time frame and each script by analyzing from the last data. Then it will give you pull out the results in the market analyzer.
Okay. So means when we join the course, do we get this data, this
tool for free? Yes, tool for free. Even I am also buying the data. Everybody will buy the data. It will be almost, if you are a not a big player, if you want only 50 stocks per month, okay, the charges will be around that guys charging in the website is around 500 rupees. Whereas I do trade in all FNO stocks, it charges me around 800 rupees per month.
Okay, for example, if I just wanted to trade only on Bank Nifty intraday, then how it will be like?
If it is even the minimum subscription charges for 50 scripts, actually, it is around 500 rupees per month. But you have one facility in this one. You can add 5 scripts, you can add 5 long-term scripts, you can add even Forex, you can add indices, everything. So that altogether 50, Even if you come out from the office, you can still watch the market, and our trainers will explain you how to take the backup and how to do work on this chart and how to analyze this even in the offline market for tomorrow purpose. It will help you.
Okay, got it. Okay, fine. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, training course free. You can ping me so that I will explain. Basically, whoever person wants to join today, so that I will be giving 10K discount. So let me explain what are the prices actually. This basic is charges around 15,000, whereas advance is around 50 and pro is 60. But whoever the person is really interested, and I can make sure, so you will be getting the discount if you join today, so that the basic will be constant always like that, but discount I can make it 10K lesser today, and pro also 10K lesser today. You can contact me on this number. Any other question? But it's really worth it. You should not feel that I'm investing this much amount, whether I make it or not. So because we are not a professional sellers, I am also jobber like you, right? So I made more than 10 lakhs rupees from last 1.5 years in the stock market. So by which I am making my assets. Then once I make good amount of money, then I will be leaving my job. This is my commitment actually. So that I am not committing that by tomorrow you will leave the job and you will make money, right? So I need minimum 15 sessions, means alternate day you have to spend. So today, suppose you have taken the training, tomorrow morning, again, you see the live, then you understand what trainer is telling, apply the knowledge into the market, then you will come to know the insights of it. Then when you get minimum 70-80% accuracy, then you start trading. When you're making good amount of money by keeping as a corpus, then you can take the decision for quitting the job, but not now.
Srikanth, may I say something? This is Deepak.
Hi, Deepak. How are you?
So, just to tell you, and since I spoke to you the first time when I approached you, and Mr. Satyanarayan, and I am right now taking your professional course.
Yes, sir.
I must tell you, sir, that I must admire not only what you're doing, I must also admire Mr. Satyanarayan's patience, because, as you know, I am a senior citizen, and his patience with me has been really, really admirable. And yeah, so as far as I'm concerned, I'm still, I think, 30 or 40% through the course. I must admire both his patience and what you're doing for traders. And I just spoke just to thank you personally.
Thank you,
After our initial talk, I've only been interacting with Mr. Satyanarayan, and I must admire the gentleman.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. All the whatever the wishes you told, what are the gratefulness we are for our Satyanarayan sir, because he has taught many number of trainers. So people are really grateful to him, grateful to Uttam, grateful to many people, many admins. They are really making the money. As I confirmed you last time when I am making the call. So it was the last session, the course which you are buying and investing for this stock market courses. After this, you no need to go to any other trainer and invest the money, right? It doesn't require anything, because we are giving advanced system. Some people are asking me last time, Deepakji, sir, why should I go with a manual wave analysis? Why should I go with advanced system when I'm having the manual system? People were teaching me for 5,000 rupees. Why should I not go? I will give you one correlation with one example. In earlier cases, we were using Nokia 1100. Even right now, we are using different approaches like MI. Lot many advanced Android versions are there. But if you keep on going with the same thing, it will also suffice your requirement for messaging and call. Even my Android also will suffice the requirement of call. But the consistency, whatever the opportunities, whatever the things are there in the Android will not be there in the Nokia. The faster you communicate with WhatsApp, the faster you can see any app, the faster you can access the internet. But in Nokia 1100, you cannot do it. The same way, I recommend that If you want to go with the manual, I don't have any concern. You can go it. But by the time you do analysis and by end of the time you want to take the trade, the stock would have gone from wave 2 to wave 3. But when you have a system like this with a market analyzer, then you will be knowing instantaneously with the alert where I am right now, what action I need to take, whether it's helpful for me or not. That makes the matter. That's what like making Dhoni behind the stops, right? It's a not like a normal wicket keeper. If you are having the Dhoni, you will come to know what is his specialty. He in microseconds he stumps the batsman. That's what. So it acts like that feature. Thanks, Deepak ji. I'm so much grateful to you. Thanks for your whatever the statements you told.
One last thing, I would also think that if I had taken the basic course, I would have 100% then upgraded. I'm glad I took the option of going directly into the professional course, for sure.
Thank you, sir.
For that, I have to thank you.
But are you practicing now?
I am practicing also. But like I said, my system, I leave at my office. I don't bring it home. So I think I've got to figure out how to sort that out now.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Keep disturbing us. Keep always ask the questions so that I want my trainees to get accuracy more than 70%. That what makes me the day. It's not about webinar. It's not about making money on my own. But whoever the person believed us, if they are making money, that makes value addition, whatever we could able to give. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, guys, I told you 1.5 hours, but I taken 2 hours of your time on valuable Sunday. So enjoy your time with your family. Take care. Thank you so much for attending. So I am taking the screenshot who are the people who have joined. So I will be sending the whatever the bonus things I will be sending. Or else you can just ping me on this @waveeasy so that I can share you whatever the bonus I told you. This is my you can take the screenshot, you can ping me on this @waveeasy. I will be sharing the whatever the PDF and I will be sharing the whatever the Elliott secrets book is there that I will be sharing.